The recently released horror reboot The Strangers, Chapter 1 debuted with the franchise's lowest Rotten Tomatoes score, but the next two movies in the trilogy that Chapter 1 began could change how audiences view the first movie. A reimagining of the 2008 horror classic, The Strangers, Chapter 1 had been marketed as the beginning of the masked killers of the Strangers franchise, but Chapter 1's connection to the original movie is confusing at best. It wound up repeating many of the same scares and plot points of the original, which was a large part of its negative critical reception. However, some further insight into the creation of the new The Strangers trilogy may change how audiences perceive the first movie. It was almost baffling how much the latest movie reflected the original, but the new information may help to inform why that decision was made. The unique release schedule for The Strangers trilogy may be risky, but it also makes a lot more sense given the latest revelations about the trilogy's creation. The Strangers trilogy is technically one movie split into 3 parts. All 3 movies were shot simultaneously. The Strangers, Chapter 1 ended with a cliffhanger, which hinted at what some have speculated about since the trilogy's announcement. The 3 movies are technically one movie split into 3 parts. The movie's producer revealed that the events of the 3 movies will take place over only a few days, further reinforcing how connected the overarching story will be. The Strangers, Chapter 1 director Renny Harlin provided more context to their connectivity on the KingCast podcast. Harlan revealed that he was given just 54 days to film all 3 movies, and that they were filmed on top of each other. As Harlan describes it, they needed to keep track of character emotions, bloodiness, and wardrobe on a near-hourly basis as they moved through the interconnected 3-movie shooting schedule. The 3 different chapters are technically just 3 different parts of a single 280-page script, hence the surprising cliffhanger twist at the conclusion of Chapter 1. How the rest of the Strangers trilogy could redeem Chapter 1's criticisms. Chapter 1 is only one part of a larger whole. Madeleine Petsch looking scared in The Strangers Chapter 1. While The Strangers, Chapter 1 is almost a beat-for-beat remake of the 2008 original starring Liv Tyler and Scott Speedman, there may turn out to be a reason for it. The rest of the Strangers trilogy could reveal how the events of Chapter 1 influenced the next few days for Madeleine Petsch's Maya, thereby redeeming the criticisms of the first movie. The mid-credit scene that revealed that Maya was still alive was the most original note that Chapter 1 included, so there is definitely hope that the next 2 movies can elevate the core concept of the trilogy. However, Harlan's reveal that all 3 movies were shot at the same time may undercut the optimism. With all 3 movies shot in just 54 days, it seems unlikely that there will be vastly different aesthetics or narrative developments from movie to movie. The characters can't really travel to new and exciting locations with the 3 movies occurring over just a few days and the scenes being shot together. Ultimately, the shooting and release style of the trilogy limits how much more the next 2 movies can elevate The Strangers, Chapter 1.